Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of our show, where I'll be your host, the gangster magician himself, and I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I love to do, and I do what I love, and I love what I do, and I love being here with you. That is for sure, for sure, because that is what I love to do. That is why I do it every day. But sorry about yesterday. I do apologize. Actually, it's not my fault at all because I did do everything correctly. I was done. I gave myself plenty of time. The thing just wasn't uploading for some reason. Then I did it when I came home. Then it still didn't upload. Then I woke up in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Then I was like, maybe they really don't want this message out. So that's the first time that's ever happened to me. I'm gonna chalk it up to a glitch. That's what I'm gonna say. But no biggie, whatever. Things happen. You can't get all, I'm not going to get all bent out of shape. I'm not going to get all upset. I just know that I'm always here. So I know people would be like, what the fuck, where is this guy? If I didn't, communicate. So that's why communication is so important. Communication is key. So the fact that I'm talking about communication right now, perhaps may signal there could be some communication coming because it is Valentine's Day weekend. Anything can happen. Who knows what can happen? Emotions run deep. But it's really just another day. Just another day. I'll be working. I gotta work all weekend, so I don't really care. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I did have a good table yesterday, though. They gave me 300. I was like, yeah, thanks. I gave the guy, I went over, I shook his hand. I said, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I did, fuck it. That was nice of the guy. See, that's the thing, is like I'm trying to bring it, I'm not saying because it's money, I don't care about that. It's just to be generous at times. It really, you could make somebody's day. That person made my day. I was super cool about it. It's like, you did a great job, man. You were one of the best we ever had. I said, thank you. Like, that was helpful for me. I like to hear stuff like that. I mean, not all the time, but it's nice to hear it. Because then you're like, yeah, I am the best. That's right. I'm the best. That's for sure. But you gotta be humble. That's what you gotta do. You gotta remain humble. Even when you are the best. You don't have to tell anybody you're the best. Let other people tell other people you're the best, okay? Because trust me when I tell you, that's when it really starts to grow, okay? Because if you run around saying you're the best, then it comes off like, but if you could do it in a joking manner. There's like, that's nothing wrong with it. But then sometimes people they really believe that they're the best at stuff, okay? Like, they really, like, there's like nobody that could, but there's always going to be somebody better at you at everything. Even, in tarot, like, there's going to be people better than me that do it. There's people that know more about it. There's more, but it's all about the person who's doing it, okay? It's the person. This is the energy that is doing the tarot. Doesn't matter the techniques, whatever these people do, okay? It's all about the entertaining factor of it, okay? That's really all it comes down to. It's about the person. And, I mean, you have to have skills too, but at the end of the day, that is what really sells. It's about putting a show on, okay? But doing it in a way where it's educational, okay? And that's exactly what we're here to do, educate you, okay? So hopefully you listen, or hope you understand, okay? Because I think you do. I think you're starting to get it. I said, because it took me a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Think about it. I'm just trying to not teach you, but I'm trying to show you, like, so I've already been through what you've been through. So it's almost like, okay, I know how you feel, okay, so, but just know, things are moving up for you, okay, so we're all an energy, it's a collective energy, okay, so if I'm moving that way, you're moving that way, okay, so that's why it's like, the better you do, the better I do, okay, so just look at it, that's the way I look at things. Instead of benefiting just myself, I would rather the people around me all benefit, because then that really benefits me, okay, because then it's like, nobody's ever going to resent you. Like, oh, we all treat each other like equals here. Okay, that's what we do. Nobody's better than anybody. All right, so let's get started. Enough of this small talk? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so what we got? God, what's going to be the overall energy here for the divine feminine, the magical gang stars of the world, okay? What are we going to get for this? What do we got? Okay, so it says, of course, temperance. Of course, you're balanced. Of course, you do things in moderation. Of course, you're patient, okay? Yes. It's not like you've always been that way, but you've gotten that way, okay? You've grown to be that way. This is what growth is. This is what spiritual evolution is. This is how you get to the next level. This is how your rank goes, okay? But you have to awaken though. That's the thing. You have to be awake eventually, but eventually when you're watching stuff like this, you are awakening. You may not be fully awake, or you could be even more awake, okay? But I'm saying, but at the end of the day, some people you're at least partially awake. You're at least rubbing your eyes if you're watching tarot. So that's why, you're going to be fine. Because that's how I started doing it. And then I was like, oh, all right. But then you always stick with one person, and then you're like, okay. And then you just build yourself up, okay? But at the end of the day, there's 8 of Cups, okay? Somebody here is a disappointment, okay? They're getting left behind, all right? It's abandonment, okay? Letting go. There's a retreat. Somebody's moving on. Coming off very, very lonely here. It's a shame. It's unfortunate, okay? But here's your King of Pentacles, then. Maybe this King of Pentacles is leaving someone behind. Because they see how balanced you are, and they want to be there in that. They don't want to be there in this chaos. See, this realm where this King of Pentacles, it's a lot of chaos, okay? They don't like it. They're tired of the chaos. All right, it's almost a controlled chaos over here that keeps this King of Pentacles stuck. Okay, but now maybe hangman, they're pausing, surrendering, looking at things from different perspectives, and they're saying to themselves, is this really even worth it? This money, this status, nobody cares anyway. Oh, the only one who ever cared about me was my divine feminine. What am I thinking here? What am I doing? Okay, that's what this divine masculine King of Pentacles is saying. They're looking, they're saying, wow, look how positive divine feminine is. Look at them. They're amazing. They're the best. Okay, like, just how can I, what's wrong with me? Why would I, be mean to this person? What did they ever do to me? Okay, is what this King of Pentacles is saying. And then he's starting to realize that people are projecting because they didn't want you guys together, because they knew the two of you being together would make you be like a power couple in ways where you could never be penetrated, okay? Their weaknesses would be your strengths, and your strengths would be their weaknesses, okay? And then you would also have this Knight of Wands energy, this fearless, adventurous energy together, okay? And that's what make you unstoppable. And that's why all these demons, they knew that they needed to block you in the worst way, because you would raise the vibration, and by doing that, your highest timeline, and in their highest timeline, there is no demons, okay? So why else would the devil be, going to great lengths to stop you, okay, from being with your divine counterpart? Isn't that something? Why else? Because you're a big shot, okay? You're a big shot up there. You're a big shot in the 5D. That's what Archangel Michael says. Oh yeah, I forgot about you, Archangel Michael. Sorry about that, brother. Hold on, I apologize. I got ahead of myself there. My co-host, he was giving me a look, gave me the look of death. He said, don't ever do that again. He said, it's disrespectful. I said, I apologize. I'm sorry. So just know, co-host Archangel Michael, and we are here to balance these chakras. Okay, so let's get started here. Let me get a little stretch there. This feels good when you pop that stuff out. That's all bad energy, that stuff. When you get those pops, like the cracks, that's some jerk off projecting bad energy onto you that has been probably stored in your body for fucking centuries. Fucking people. Worse. I hate those people that do that. Project their fucking negativity onto other people. It's like, because they can't handle it themselves. And then they want you to hit. But it's like now, at the end of the day, they think they were being smart. But now they're going to have to handle things in the worst way. They're going to have to go out in the worst way. It don't matter what happened, what they lived. All they'll be remembered as is what they are. Doesn't matter anymore. So it doesn't matter. We know what you are. Keep playing whatever. Do whatever. Pretend to you're dead. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. You mean nothing to us. We know what you are. You're a worthless demon, okay? And you can't even come near us. So go fuck yourself. You could just watch. Okay, so let's get an energy here, overall energy here for the divine feminine, the magical gangsters of the world. Okay, the ones, the heroes. Okay, that's us. All right, so let's go. What do we got here? All right, so bang, I just told you that. Temperance, okay, that was just there. You're balanced, you're patient. I love when stuff like that happens. Okay, you're under control. You know, you're healthy. You're starting to you're unified. You're coming off. You are the unit. You're the undisputed. You're the what is it? The the undisputed universal heavyweight champion of all spiritual warfare. That is who you are. Okay, that's 100% because you look, the sun's here again. We just saw that. Okay, so that's, you know, positivity is why you are like that. Because you could have went bitter here. You really could have. But you decided, nah, I'm not going to. Not going to give them the satisfaction. That's what they needed you to be. But you were just like, no, nah, I'm a rock star. Okay? Like, you're not going to tell me who the fuck I am. I'm going to tell you who the fuck you are. Okay? Because that's why they're all Five of Cups. All in the regret. They're all coming off pessimistic over here. They're like, in remorse. They say, oh, why do we do this, man? It's probably your divine masculine saying that to themselves. Why did I do this? What the fuck is wrong with me? But it's all because you have to look at it. It had to happen this way because they would have never seen what was around them. The karmic. This is how we cleared the karmic energy, though. Think about it, because that's what it is. Those people around you, that's karmic energy. So that has to get cleared. But it's so difficult when you have it so ingrained, like family members, like colleagues or friends, like people that are just you get stuck. They're there. You're like, you can't get rid of them. So it gets to the point where it's like, that makes it tough. That's why it's impossible for you to get, that was weird, fucking knock like that. Nobody's even in here. Just me. So that's crazy. Interesting to look into that. Somebody's trying to throw me off guard there. Now I forget what I was saying. See? They got me. That's crazy. But it is what it is. That's what happens sometimes. And then you get distracted. So that's why we're balanced, though. We're going to stay balanced. So what else are we working with? Okay, so you have this Knight of Swords in reverse energy here. Somebody's out of control. Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, they missed their opportunity. They're going to get left behind, it seems. Okay, they're very sarcastic, rude individual. You know how they are? They're insincere. They're aggressive. It's a self-obsessed bully is what this Knight of Swords in reverse is. I like these descriptions there. So you just gotta keep up the breathing. That's another thing I keep doing. That's why I keep doing it, because it lets out that, you know, negative. You're not even holding it in. It's just like, and then it's like you're calm. All right. That's if you get a little anxious or anything like that. It helps. It really does. Okay, because Eight of Wands, it really helps. It helps fast too. Eight of Wands. It moves things along. It makes you feel better. That's why you're so balanced. How'd you think you got so balanced? You can't not breathe good and be balanced. You are balanced, though. I think you are like the type of person, you balance your light and your dark side almost like to the T. Almost like your feminine and your masculine are completely balanced, and your light and your dark are completely. I've never seen nothing like this. Something crazy. I've never seen anybody so balanced like you. So just know you're getting there. You're moving along. Trust me. When I tell you, you just gotta believe. Just believe what I'm saying to you. Come on. What do you got to lose? I mean, what else have you not lost by now? Because you're the Queen of Cups. Remember that. Okay, that's who you are. Okay, and the Gangsta Magician is here for you. He loves the Queen of Cups. They're the best. They're his favorite. Okay, so just know you are his favorite. So just understand, you're a very balanced Queen of Cups. Now people are in regret. Coming off out of control, though. Okay, they know they're getting left behind because they went against you. Okay, now you're going to be a big shot. They knew that you had a destiny. They knew you had this energy. And, you know, it is what it is. They tried. You tried and they failed. You caught them. Because fuck these people, okay? Because look, you got your King of Cups here. All right, you are Queen of Cups. Remember that. This is how it originally started. Your counterpart was a King of Cups, you were a Queen of Cups, okay? And then before all this karmic energy got involved, you had to become all these other energies because, you know, then this King of Cups didn't think you were good enough as a Queen of Cups. Okay, so then this King of Cups got, you know, indulgent, and then and it just becomes like, eventually they get to the point where they get sick, and then they say, oh, and we have to be the bigger ones here and say, oh, all right, we'll take it back. But they're going to be so beat up and like, I'm not going to say damaged, but they're going to be so beat up that it's almost like you're just going to be like, all right, like, you're not going to, I don't think you're going to be able to kick them when they're down. I just don't believe you can. I just know how you are. I know how you are, Queen of Cups. I know who you are. Trust me when I tell you. Because you know why? It takes a Queen of Cups to know a Queen of Cups. Believe me. Alright? And it takes a very, very brave Nine of Wands Queen of Cups to know a brave Queen of Cups. And that's what you are. A brave, balanced Queen of Cups. That's what you are. Yes. Okay, I'll say it again. Alright? Because you are Knight of Pentacles. Very hardworking. You're efficient. You're responsible. You have a routine. You never got off that routine. You stayed brave. You stayed courageous. Even in times where you looked like it was doomed. You felt like you were doomed. You still stayed brave. You still fought. You still stood up. You still knew how to play the game. Because you said it's all about the game. Oh shit. You said it's all about the game and how you play it. Okay? And you played this game to the T. Okay? Alright, and that's why these people, Eight of Swords, are stuck in their shit. Five of Cups. Okay, they're all in regret too. Eight of Swords, Five of Cups. Knight of Swords in reverse. They're out of control bullies over here that are stuck in regret. So, it's their fault. They wanted to be the big shot. They didn't want to see, it was so designed just so they would know this. See, they knew information about you before you knew this. And in reality, they somehow created this because you didn't even know about this. They manifested this. They were so concerned with blocking you from receiving it and having them receiving it that it created it for you. And you didn't generate any bad karma here because you had nothing to do with this. This was not something that you manifested. Okay, now you're going to finish it. You're going to finish it off because you got the Wheel of Fortune. You solved the puzzle. You know what's going on here. You see these people are fucking stealing your energy, okay? You see what happens when you block them out of your energy. You see how they starve for it. They starve. They're starving. They want to feed. They're trying to feed on you. This is what this is. Like, and you think I'm fucking joke. Some of you think it's a fucking joke, but it's not. Like, these motherfuckers, they are energy vampires, okay? That's not a joke. Like, this is not a joke. Like, these fucks, they do crazy shit, they do rituals, they chant, and you think that this isn't around. They're talking about these fuckers eating babies and shit, so you don't think they're doing, like, come on. Look what we're dealing with here. There's too many people saying this. This can't be fucking bullshit. There's too many people. And you're seeing right through it. You're solving the puzzle. It don't matter. It's already shifting to where it's needing to go. These fucking jerk-offs are being seen. People are going to baby-eating fucking pedophiles. You think they're going to... Once people see what they're going to get destroyed. They're going to go out in the worst way. That's what I'm saying. Like, it might have been fun and all fun and games up till now. It isn't. They're not laughing now. That's for sure. You know why they're not laughing? Because they got Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Right up their ass, okay? Because they got no money here. Poor financial control. They're out of control. They missed their opportunity. Excessive spending. Scarcity. Coming off unstable. Everybody wants to take. They're trying to steal. Okay, they want to block your Four of Wands, but it's never going to happen. Because it's your happy home. It's your reunion. It's your milestone, man. Why are people trying to block your milestones? Come on. Let me have my milestone. God damn it. These people have been trying to block your milestones since you were a child. Why do you think? Isn't it ironic that it's just like anytime something got good for you, it will go bad? It was like clockwork. As soon as you told somebody, oh, hey, I got this going, blah, blah, you're all proud of it. And then next thing you know, it goes to shit. Isn't that like, how's that happen? Because I know that how they say that it's called self-sabotage, but come on, every fucking time, I don't know, I don't believe that. Okay, so that's how I know these people were projecting onto you, and was wishing. This is what happened to me too. So just understand that, please. That's where a lot of your problems came from. You're not even half the things this is. Like, these people are projected all this onto you, but it's all coming back to them. And you don't even have to see these people, so it doesn't matter. You never have to see them again. Fuck them, man. That's why. Okay, because Six of Cups are reversed. You know why I fuck up? Because they were not loving people. They were not unconditionally loving. If they did love, it was all conditional. I mean, they won't let go of the past. These are, keep romanticizing the past. They need to grow up, these people, okay? Trust me when I tell you, Eight of Pentacles, because we know you grew up, because that's why you're staying so hardworking. You're mastering your craft. You're willing to be an apprentice, perhaps 2 master wizards, who knows? But just understand, you are making things happen here. You're very brave. You're a brave and balanced Queen of Cups, for God's sakes. Of course. What's going on with this brave and balanced Queen of Cups here? I mean, we see what this is. We don't even pay attention to this. Like I said, this is just the bullshit that it's like the spam, okay? This is like, look at this as spam. This is like, what that is. Like, basically, with this lovers in reverse, spam. Like, we're not interested. Go, just put it in our trash can, okay? Just that we don't even see it. I'm serious. Like, I'm telling you, this is what we're gonna do with this. Okay, because remember, you are that sexy-ass Queen of Wands, and you don't need to be bothered with this. You don't have to see it, you don't have to hear it, because you're cleared your energy anyway, and they can't do anything, okay, because you're protected. So it doesn't matter. Once you clear your energy, and you keep yourself protected, you're not going to lose, okay, because they can't. You just stay, as long as you keep up your spiritual baths, and take it, seriously. I mean, because this is a serious thing. They want you to think this is a joke. Okay, but it's really not. I wouldn't be here saying stuff, talking to you, if this was a joke. What would be my end game if I just didn't know what the fuck was happening? I already dealt with it. I already survived it. They're still trying to destroy me. It doesn't make a difference. I don't pay attention to them, just like you don't have to pay attention to them. They don't mean anything, okay, because they can't even do anything now, because you already see it. It could only happen when you don't know, okay? Because if you just keep letting stuff happen, bad stuff happen, it's like, when's it going to end? I mean, it can't be you. I mean, they make it like it's you, okay? But actually, it is everybody. That's the worst part about it, because that makes you sound crazy. Oh, everybody's against me. But it's like, it was like that, okay? But you're coming out of it. And then you're not going to even think like that, because it's not going to be able to happen anymore, because you're aware of this. So that's why you don't have to be skeptical with people. Because the wrong people ain't going to come around you anyway. That guy ain't going to let them around you. It's not going to happen. You already passed through it. Who's going to come here and do what, okay? And if that does happen, then whatever. It was meant to happen. But you're not going to live your life being skeptical of every single person you come in contact. Oh, I wonder if this person's this. No, you're not going to live like that. I'm just going to look at it. If death lets them pass, then there's a reason. They must have passed some test, okay? Because everybody's has different tests here, okay? And these people, their test was to, do the right thing, but now they're losing everything. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They wanted to, they wanted to take what your destiny was. 10 of Pentacles that's what in your destiny. It's in your energy, okay? These people, they were trying to take it. They knew about this, okay? Somehow or another, got this fucking prophecy about you, and that you were going to destroy them. But they created this. You didn't even have... It's like, who even created this prophecy, okay, at the end of the day? Who even came up with it? So it's like, that's the person who manifested it. That's how you got to understand. Your words are literally shaping that's what it comes down to. Your thoughts, it's so crazy. But it's like, I know it's so crazy, but it's the truth. I mean, they wouldn't have all these books about it. They wouldn't be all about, it wouldn't be like this if it wasn't real, okay? It wouldn't be the way it is, okay? That's why we're shifting, and this is why these people, they know. You can see how they're going. They're coming. It's all turning. It's all going to turn in our favor. Watch, because 2 of Pentacles, you adapt it. Nobody can adapt like you. That's the thing. That's why the Divine Feminine is nobody could adapt like you. Like, you could put you in a fucking Antarctica and you'll somehow build an igloo or something. Like, and you'll be fine, and you'll get an Eskimo suit, and you'll end up doing good selling fish and stuff. Like, you'll always figure something out. So it's not really like the end of the world for you. But it's like, these people, the littlest thing is going to be the end of the world. Like, the things that you survived are but monumental. They don't even seem that bad, but they could have been so bad. But your response to it was why it wasn't as bad. Because how you respond to stuff is how bad it turns out. Because life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% about how you respond to it. Keep that in mind. Okay, so when you respond like it's the end of the world, it just might end up turning into the end of the world. Okay, remember trust me when I tell you. Okay, look at this shit. 10 of Cups are in reverse now. So these people, they could not replicate your 10 of Cups. That was what really it came down to. They wanted to come in here. They thought that they were going to be able to recreate this 10 of Cups and get this 10 of Pentacles. But now they're seeing that it's not so easy, okay? And that is why you're the only one who could do this, okay? And that's why they're losing everything. Because they risked everything, okay? They were willing to win at all costs, and they didn't win. So what happens if you're winning at all costs and you don't win? You lose everything, correct? I believe, and that's why this Five of Swords is here. Look at that, okay? Winning at all costs really cost these people. Trust me when I tell you, Five of Swords, okay? Because that is what was right in my hand. I was just talking about that. So what are the odds? But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. Sometimes that happens, but whatever. But that is what it was. They wanted to win at all costs, and now they lost, okay? That's really it. That's what it is, okay? And now look at this. Ace of Swords in reverse. All negative here, okay? They had this, you know, this is pretty much clouded judgment. I mean, they're faulty logic. This is what it was, faulty logic. They thought that they were going to be able to recreate the 10 of Cups by getting your energy somehow, and then we're going to create this abundance. But it's like, they could never do this without you. You're the only one who could do this. So you're this balanced, brave Queen of Cups. That's not what they are. Because they didn't expect you to call your energy back and seal it off. Now they're being seen for exactly what they are. They're being seen, it's like they got caught with their pants down. That's basically what this is right here. This person is caught with their pants down. And people are just like, what are you doing? Like, who are you? Okay, that's basically what that is. Okay, Page of Wands. And you are just sitting here with this limitless potential, inspiration people, while this person's sitting there with their pants caught with their pants down. This fucking pervert, okay, whoever this is. So just know, this person probably is a fucking pervert, pedophile. I mean, they're a demon. We know that. Fucking Joker over here. Okay, because, oh, bang, there you go. Because you have that limitless potential, Page of Wands. Okay, there's another one for you. Okay, you're an inspiration, that's for sure. Okay, good news is here. You're very optimistic, energetic, bright ideas, confident, intelligent. Yes, you are. You are Page of Wands, that's for sure. Okay, you know why you're this Page of Wands? Because you're the one who brings the fun, because you are the sun. That's for sure. You stay positive through this entire situation. I mean, you wouldn't be here still with me if you were not being positive, okay? Because you'd be like, no, I can't, okay? You can't, people can't, if you don't want to be positive, you can't deal with me, okay? Because I won't deal with it. I won't deal with negative. I don't want, anybody who tries to come with negative, I say, get the fuck away from, I do. I literally, and people hate me for it. They think, like, at work, because I work in, like I said, I work in a restaurant. People, oh, yeah, I hate it. I say, get the fuck away, I say. I just walk away, actually. Put my fucking, whatever, I do like this. Get the fuck away, I say. I point the thing at them. I do, I carry this around me, too. I love it, because I'm crazy like that. People say it, they love it, though. It's crazy, they say. No, they don't say that. Actually, I don't do that. I'm kidding, but I do carry stuff, though, because why not? But I don't walk around pointing at people. Sometimes I do. Demons, only high-level demons I do that to. Okay, because, you know why? Because they're Knight of Cups in reverse type characters. They're very moody. They're very, they're manipulative. These are cheaters, deceptors. Yeah, they're no good. They're not romantic and charming like you, that's for sure. They're no empress like you, okay, because you're the one, okay? They wanted to steal your energy. That's what it is. They were taking your energy, okay, and projecting whatever negativity. So they created all this negativity. You were going through it. They're fucking, living off your stuff. But now the end is here for them, and it's how it goes. It's just you are divine feminine. Divine feminine, you gotta understand, is like Hulk Hogan. Okay, think about this. Okay, it's like you get beat up the entire match. Okay, and then you just come back right at the end when the magical gang starts, get you all pumped up, the Hulkamaniacs, and then you just hit them with the big boot, and then you finish them with a light drop, and it's over. But you got beat up for 39 minutes, and then in the 40th minute, you came back and you won, okay? And you set everybody home happy, okay? And that's what you do. You put smiles on faces. You're here to, you're here to make people happy, and that's what you do. So, and you put on the show. You put on quite the show. Yes, you do. I love you for that, Empress. That's why. Pretty obvious. That's what a divine feminine is. Divine feminine takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. You're like a Timex watch or whatever the fuck was that was, I guess. All right, because now you got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, somebody here, they're out of options. Okay, they're getting back to reality here. They see that, you know, there's missed opportunities. Yeah, focusing on superficial fears, it says, but here it is. They know that you are the only one, okay? So that's why I feel it's like you were trying to be made out an option, but what happened was the person, whoever got picked over you, of course, the person who picked they got picked, they seeing that person's worthless and that you were the real one, that this person was stealing your energy. And then, you know, because that's what it came down to. They seen that energy as was like, because that was what they were attracted. You're attracted to the energy, okay? Not the person, the energy, okay? So if somebody goes and takes your energy, then that's what happens. And you have to understand that. That's why you have this Ace of Cups coming now, because you are understanding that. And you understanding that you are a Nine of Cups, a wish come true, and getting your wish come true will bring you this Ace of Cups, and that's why you will create your own Ten of Cups. These people could not create it because they don't have the ability. You are a real deal Queen of Cups. You're the only one who could do this. Only a Queen of Cups could create a Ten of Cups. Come on, guys. Okay. Well, I mean, your King of Cups comes too, but you're the one who lays the groundwork out. Okay, because you got your King of Wands here, the main man. Okay, so King of Wands loves the Queen of Cups. That's who the King of Wands runs the Tower of Terror for. It's the Queen of Cups. Remember, the Queen of Cups is the original ride operator of the Tower of Terror, and the King of Wands is now here watching their back. Look at this. King of Wands is just sitting there. This guy's back. He's like, come on, you ain't fucking with my Queen of Cups, that's for sure. That's what he's saying. Okay, Four of Cups. And anybody who tries to is getting rejected. Anybody who badmouths you is getting rejected. This King of Wands, they said they don't want people fucking with you no more. Okay, they're start making examples out of people now. Now that it's like these people, they won't stop until something, you know, until somebody gets hurt, right? They're not gonna, it's gonna be fun and games until somebody gets hurt, right? And that's what's gonna happen here. Somebody's gonna get hurt, okay? And when I say hurt, I'm talking spiritually hurt, okay? Because that's where you really get them. When you spiritually emancipate them, that's when they're finished, okay? And that is exactly what you're doing, because the devil is being seen, and he's right here, and you're slicing him up and dicing him, and he's seen. The devil is out and about, okay? So people see what is happening, okay? This King of Wands sees this devil here, okay? This devil has nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, okay? Six of Swords, they're getting left behind. They know they're a joke. We laugh at you. You're a joke, okay? They can't do nothing. The devil can't do nothing unless you don't. If you see him, then you're not going to fucking run to him. Oh, hey, devil. I'm talking, this is a motherfucker with their mask off here. When the devil's out, this is somebody who's clearly showing addictive tendencies. Like, you know what I mean? This is a monster being seen, okay? And it's not pretty. It's not pretty, okay? Did you ever see them shows, like, you know, where people are, like, at their worst, like Intervention, or like the fucking 600-pound life, 900-pound lives, whatever it is. This is like demons at their worst. That's the devil being seen, okay? And this is what this is. The devil's being seen and left behind. People have to defeat this devil if they want to, you know. If they don't want to get left behind. They can't. They understand that without this devil is holding them back. Okay, because you know why? You are this sexy ass Queen of Wands, okay? And the devil has no effect on you. You are the one who defeated this devil, okay? They cannot use this Queen of Wands energy on you, okay? They tried to, like, take this energy from you, okay? This because they know how awesome and cool and sexy this energy is, and this devil tried to manipulate it with it, but it's like, no, it's our energy, give it back, okay? That's why this devil's now being seen. Is exactly what they are, okay? This is what they're being seen as. People, when they look at the person, they're like, look at him. Look how ugly and disgusting. That's what this person is. Okay? That's why with all their illusions, okay, they're being shattered. Because they're here. They're seen. Fuck these people, dude. I'm telling you. So what's going to be the end? So I got to do another clarification here. What's going to come of this, though? Because, I mean, the King of Wands here, the devil's being seen. Okay, you're seeing seen is not an option. Okay, you're the Queen of Wands. You're here. I mean, this is been coming up quite a bit. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Okay, you got the Queen of Cups, of course. That's, you know, and you know, these people, the devil thinks this is completely unfair, justice reverse. He thinks it's completely unfair that he's being seen. Okay, he thinks it's an injustice. But the fact is, this is hypocrisy at its worst, okay? Because your corruption is being seen loud and clear, okay? Because of this Knight of Wands energy, because you're too adventurous, you're too fearless. You were never you don't fear the devil. That's the thing. You don't care. You have no fear of this. So it's like, this is why it doesn't work. When you have no fear of stuff, you don't care about shit, the devil, they can't beat you. Okay, and that is going to be why the Hierophant's here, and you're going to be the one who's socially approved. Okay, you're going to be recognized as the sexy-ass Queen of Wands. And now the Devil, Nine of Swords, is all in his bed, anxious and depressed. King of Wands is here. Devil's going to be in the Tower of Terror. He thinks it's completely unfair. All right, so I'm going to do one or two more. What's going to be hopes and fears here? What's going to come of it for this sexy-ass Queen of Wands and this Devil? Okay, so the sexy-ass Queen of Wands is getting this Ace of Cups, that's for sure. Okay, because you are a wish come true. You are this Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands combo. That's exactly what you've been rolling in. And that's been, if you looked at the last couple of reads, it's been that way. Okay, so that's what you are, the Ace of Cups. Okay, because I said, nobody's going to be fucking with you now, because the end for the devil, okay, is, you get your Ace of Cups, the devil, they're going to get this, death. Okay, the end is here for them, so they got to deal with death. All right, so death is here for the devil. Okay, we know that this King of Wands is here, so depending on what happens, the Tower of Terror or this death, that's one way or another, this devil's going to get it. They're going to get it, that's for sure. They know it too. That's why they couldn't stop you. Why do you think that they tried so hard? Like I said, they just went out all their way to just stop your divine union. It's because they knew that they destroyed themselves by doing that, though. They tried to get you before you got them. Somehow or another, somebody prophesied that you were going to defeat this devil. And now they created it for you. And you're just like, okay, cool, thank you. He said, I'll finish it from here. Thank you. They got you here. That's why we send fruit baskets to them. We send all these negative energy fruit baskets. And then we tell them to go fuck themselves too after that. So, there you go, here's a fruit basket. Thanks. See you later. Don't ever come around here no more. Give them an open hand slap. Okay? Kick them in their ass. And chase them the fuck out of here. Just get the fuck out. We don't want you here no more. Because nobody does. Nobody wants this devil around. It's like, it's not even cute no more. Like, that's the way people are looking at this. That's all. I mean, I'm trying to be, I know I say stupid shit, but like that's the reality of it. Nobody wants to be bothered with this. So let's get an overall energy confirmation, clarification here, God, for Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, the sexy-ass Queen of Wands, that is. It has this Ace of Cups here, as being seen as brave and courageous and balanced. Seen as the only option, and it's being socially approved. Has a King of Wands here with them. Okay, that's, basically getting this devil, kicking this devil out. It's like the King of Wands is like your bodyguard or something, or you're like bouncer. You're like kicking this devil out of the club, and this devil thinks it's completely unfair. Okay, he thinks it's completely unfair that you're the one who brings the fun because you are the sun, because this devil tried to take this energy, this Queen of Wands energy. It's like, but it's your energy, okay? That's why you stay positive. This devil, they don't know how to stay positive, okay? Because if you didn't stay positive, then this devil may have succeeded, but you were not going to let this happen. You did not give up, okay? Because remember, not only are you a Queen of Wands, not only are you a Queen of Cups, but you're also a Queen of Pentacles. You're the ideal spouse. You're the one everyone comes to see. You're the one everyone wants to be. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, why else would all these people be going to this length to stop you? Why would that happen? That makes, don't you think? Like, it's like you hate to feel like, because it makes you feel like you're crazy, but it's like, think about it. Why would all these people go to this great length to stop? Just you. Just you. It's crazy, right? So, but you stay positive, though, so don't know. It doesn't matter, okay? Because you know why you stay positive? Because Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody now has to come clean. Somebody's coming clean, okay? Of course somebody's going to come clean, because there's always a rat. Okay, there's a bunch of rats working together against you. Of course, somebody's going to rat on one of them, right or wrong. I mean, come on. What do you think's going to happen, okay, when you have a bunch of rats group up versus one person? Okay, the one rat's eventually going to give in and, give up the other rats because they're a rat, okay? Once a rat, always a rat. It's in their nature, okay? Three of Cups, but it's not in your nature, okay, because you are here to party, okay? You're here to celebrate. People want to be around you. They like it. They have a good time with you, Okay, you know how to make people feel seen. You know how to make people feel heard. You know what you're doing here, okay? Tell people to go fuck themselves if you have to. But you're not looking to do stuff like that. That's not what you're trying to do. Just trying to, but you know, people, they always got something to say. It's always got something to say, these motherfuckers, all right? But just understand, Two of Swords, they can't avoid you much longer. They can't. What can they say? Okay, because they're being seen for what they really are, and you're going to be seen for who you really are. I mean, it's very simple, okay, that Six of Wands, you're going to be publicly recognized here, because they're going to be seen for what they are, which is fucking discredited as fucking bums, okay, and you're going to be seen as the real deal. I mean, come on. You do not conform to what these people want, okay? They're going to be seen as the real devil. We're going to show who the real devil is here. That's for sure. It's already being seen. Come on. All right, because it's already being seen that you are, like I said, this Queen of Pentacles, okay? You're the ideal spouse. You're the one everyone comes to see. You're the one everyone wants to be. I mean, you are the total package. I mean, like, that's why they can't stop it. The fact is that you were able to at least come back from this is like, they're like, what else can we do? That's basically what they're saying. Because remember, you're the sexy-ass Queen of Wands. There you go. Okay, we just seen you as this Queen of Pentacles. There you go, Queen of Wands. And it continually comes up. It's not even like, it's like I don't care. It's like I know what the reads say. It's the same stuff every time. So it's telling me, I know you know who you are. I mean, come on. I need you to believe in yourself. Okay, because if you don't believe in yourself, then the cycle continues, world in reverse. Okay, we're here to build a new earth. Okay, they can't avoid this any longer though, because this Queen of Pentacles, they got this. Okay, they don't need nobody, so they could create a new earth on their own. Okay, because again, confirmation, you have this Ace of Cups, because your wish come true. You're a Nine of Cups, okay? You are this wish come true, and that is why you're going to get your wish come true. This Ace of Cups, that creates your Two of Cups, okay? And that is where the abundance comes from with this Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles, it all comes together, because when you're happy and in love, abundance will come from that. You're never going to have to worry about nothing, okay? Especially when you have no fear. That's where they try to keep you in fear. It's almost like marriage is a scam. It keeps you, like, stuck in fear at times. It's like, and then I see it. I can see it, but it's like, it's hard to go say that, but it's like, whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? Because Four of Cups, somebody's suddenly aware they want to choose happiness. And you, Queen of Pentacles, are a wish come true for this King of Pentacles. You are their happiness. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This is why this King of Wands is here to protect. Okay, giving this devil a kick in their ass, telling them to beat it. You're clearly manifesting all this, Page of Pentacles. I mean, you're manifesting that somebody's coming clean, that somebody's suddenly aware, choosing happiness, suddenly aware they want to choose happiness, okay, and that this cycle is going to be ended. I mean, it's over. You already completed it, okay? Like I said, they can't even come near you. So if anybody, you don't have to be skeptical of nobody. Nobody's going to hurt you now. You're completely protected. I'm telling you that. Okay, just, you gotta believe it though. I mean, I can't tell you something, you gotta be skeptical, but you are you're fine now. You passed the test. I mean, what else is there to say? Alright, what else we didn't know here about this devil that thinks this is unfair, that you passed the test and they gotta leave. Well, what's unfair? What's so unfair? Because they have this Knight of Swords in reverse energy, because they're reckless, they're unfocused, they're out of control. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And that's why they're being asked to leave. They're being escorted out of the building, this devil. Okay, and you, Seven of Pentacles, are still going to have a long-term view. You stay hardworking. You're just like, all right, see you later, devil. It's like, but you're not even paying attention to them. It's like, see you later. They're like escorting out. They're like yelling at you while you're like being recognized, screaming something. You're just like, yeah, all right, see you later. Give them a fruit basket on the way out. You know what I mean? Like, they know they're never going to see him again. So you don't give a fuck what this person says. See you later. Have a nice life. That's basically what you tell these people, because you know it's going to be the worst. You know it. While yours is going to be the best, and they're going to have to watch. And they can't do nothing about it. Even they can't even wish no bad on you, because they're worthless, okay? Because you're already protected from that, all right? Because whatever their illusions with this moon magic is over. There's no more moon magic with these people, okay? They're none. It's over. You destroyed it. It doesn't work anymore, okay? That's why you're staying in this... what's that, Eight of Pentacles, because that is exactly why you're an apprentice, okay? That's why you're mastering your craft. And we just seen you in the Seven of Pentacles. You are this Queen of Pentacles. How do you think you became a Queen of Pentacles? A lot of 7 and an 8, okay? That's how you became. A Queen of Pentacles is a 9 of Pentacles. That's exactly what a Queen of Pentacles is, okay? It's a 9 of Pentacles, a person who don't need anybody. They can do it all by themselves. That's what you are. That's why it's always good to get that Ace of Pentacles, because then the King of Pentacles brings it and you have it all. You'll have it all. Okay, you'll have it all, I said. And that is why you'll have this 10 of Cups. Okay, I think I'm going to end it on that, all right? Because you'll have it all with the 10 of Cups. Because that'll create the abundance, like I've said 1,000,010 times, okay? Because remember, this 10 of Cups, that will be what creates your wish come true of this 2 of Cups, okay? So that's a nice little ending there for you. Didn't see that coming, did you? But so take it where you want it, okay? Because this Queen of Pentacles is getting their wish come true, and they are the wish come true. So the cards don't lie, and that is the truth, okay? So let's do a little oracle here, see what we're working with. That was good. I like that. I was happy with that ending. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Can't beat that. I don't care what you say. Nobody's beating a 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I don't care. That's like ace. It's like pocket aces. To me, it is. That's for sure. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? This oracle cards. I shuffle these, or was I just talking over here? I don't know. Gangsta, I don't really know no more. You don't even know what's going on. It's crazy. All right, so what am I working with? What do we got? This Devil, they're done, okay? Because they're finished. You got this 10. It's done. It's over. Like I said, they're spam. It's like they're spam. We don't even pay attention to the spam folders, do you? That's the way I look at this energy. Okay, because look, you have this abundance because the 10 of Cups is here. You create this abundance with this 10 of Cups. Okay, you're being asked you're asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step towards receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that this abundance is on the way. You know it's coming. I mean, come on. You know it. It's like it's coming. Because the difficult road is over, okay? You already traveled that difficult road. That's why nobody can do that now. The spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things, walking the hard path in life. Okay, you took the road the road that was less traveled, and that is why the rewards are always going to be much greater when you take those roads. Okay, because you put the hard work in. And that's why the abundance is here. Why else? I mean, come on, how much more? There's nothing else these people could say or do any longer. Okay, because you're too brave. Bravery, okay? I mean, it's the truth. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. Okay, that's for the divine masculine, perhaps. That could be for you, but I feel you're very brave and courageous. So, you know, I know you have that inner peace now, or you're getting that inner peace. Okay, you're trying to, because you're letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Okay, that's what I told you earlier. The life is 10% about what happens to you, 90% about how you respond to it. That's why oftentimes I don't respond at all, because then it goes away. Because let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. Because the more if you fight and be negative, the lower your vibration and the worse outcome you get. So when you just look at everything as like whatever and just laugh it off, that's when you get the best outcomes. Why do you think all these people, these celebrities, and that don't pay attention, like that's how they become? Because you can't worry about some jerk off things. When you're a star, of course, okay? Because remember, take charge. This is how you take charge. You say, I'm the star of the show, you said. Everybody told them, give me my energy back. You say you're taking a back seat in the relationship or situation, and it may end up costing you time, money, or opportunity. You need to step up and regain control once again. So don't let yourself be, taken advantage of, okay? Because you will speak your truth anytime you need to. It says speak your truth. Because you stay silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. So, I mean, I'm saying, like, I'm not saying go run around and, like, with a bullhorn and start, oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, don't let anybody tell you what's up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you are the one. Okay, you're not going to sit here, like, you're not looking for problems, but if they try to come to you with some bullshit, you're going to say, listen, brother, you're fucking with the wrong one here. Okay, and I suggest maybe you take a walk before you find yourself in serious trouble here. But nobody can come to you anyway. It doesn't matter. Don't matter. Nobody's going to come towards you. You're the best. Trust me. You're completely protected. Okay, because you have a choice here, it says. You always have a choice. Remember, always. When people say, I have no choice, no, you do. There's always a choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you're being struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. It's time to decide. Okay, listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input and feel your way into the choice that's right for you. The time is now, Divine Masculine. Okay, the time is now for you. Because time for you to speak your truth again, it says. Okay, and I already read that. Because you stayed silent long enough, it says. It's time for you to speak your truth. And I'll do one more. Okay, because now you're standing your ground too. Okay, you're taking charge, you're brave. It says there's something you want to fight for, yet you are choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. Okay, so all of this, I believe, is for the Divine Masculines out there, the secret Divine Masculines who watch the show. Okay, so just why don't you go do that with this karmic energy, and then we'll have a plate ready for you, perhaps. Okay, because maybe you should better stop considering the options, because we're the only option. Okay, and that is the facts now, because you narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible results. Go with the flow, brother. Go with the flow. Don't restrict the flow. And that is when you get your highest possible outcome. Guys, I love you. Thanks so much for my new subscribers. Thank you so much for new members. I appreciate you. You're the best. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.